डियर अरविंद, आम आदमी पार्टी के चंदे की सूची जून 2016 में आपने अचानक पार्टी की वेबसाइट से हटा दी। हम चंदाबंद सत्याग्रह के माध्यम से आपसे सदा ही आग्रह व विनती करते रहे हैं कि चंदे की सूची को तुरंत बहाल किया जाए। चंदे की पारदर्शिता हमारी पार्टी का मूलभूत सिद्धांत है। विदेश में रहते हुए जब दो भारतीय आपस में मिलते हैं तो देश की बात करना नहीं भूलते। स्वदेशी मिट्टी की खुशबू उन्हें अपनी तरफ खींचती है। यूएसए इमिग्रेंट्स का नेशन है। प्रोफेशनल डिस्कशंस के अलावा अमेरिका में बैठ के अपने अपने देश की खबर लेना एक बड़ी सामान्य बात है। दिमाग में अनेकों सवाल हैं। अपनी सेटल्ड लाइफ को छोड़कर जाना क्या सही डिसीजन था? अब पीछे मुड़ के देखता हूँ तो सोचता हूँ कि हमसे भी गलती तो नहीं हुई।
Yes, were you coming here?
No, we can actually go upstairs.
Whatever you wish.
And you're here for some time?
I'm here for a few weeks before I go back for some time.
What are you doing in Chicago?
I work as a doctor,
Oh, what kind of medicine?
neonatology.
Okay. And of course, we work with the Ayurveda.
Yes.
We're having our
Yes, yeah.
national conference end of April, but it'll be in the San Francisco area.
Yeah.
This movement was going on. You were mainly in India then.
Yeah.
You was,
Whenever the movie, yeah.
I mean, 5 years ago, whenever 5-7 years ago, we
Yeah,
had this.
that's right. I've been frequently traveling.
And you must have seen Ryan Gandhi's book.
Yes, yes.
And then the other thing we can see. Oops. Are we filming this or?
So Acharya ji, I've seen you quoting this that modern India has lost its touch with the traditional India.
Yes.
So in that way, has Indian politics also lost its connection with the past?
Well, this is a long story. It begins, the Indian independence movement had tremendous idealism behind it and a strong connection to India's past, culture, the idea of Bharat Mata, Ram Raja, figures like Mahatma Gandhi in a loincloth, or yogis like Sri Aurobindo, Tilak and the Gita. India is first of all a great dharmic civilization going back thousands of years and needs to recognize its identity. When India was becoming independent, people all over the world had the image that this great yogic spiritual India would awaken. Instead, it became another secular socialist republic, borderline communist state, a great disappointment. A lot of the colonial negativity or colonial biases against India during the independence movement were actually taken up by the post-independence, and you can see that as to how the leftist influence replaced the earlier influence, how the Nehruvian Congress replaced the Gandhian Congress, and how politics gradually became a business. There were, of course, various necessities running a country with so many people, with so many different political parties. from different states. India has a population greater than all of Africa. It has a diversity greater than Europe, as well as probably twice the population. Some states in India, like Tamil Nadu, have a literature and a history longer than any country in Europe. India is a great civilization, and it has its civilizational values. It has to affirm its civilizational past, which is basically a dharmic civilization. And it has different views of politics. It has its own idealism. It has its own dharmic views. It has the idea that the political leader should be in consultation with sages or yogis and have a deeper view rather than just personal concerns. The traditional Raja or king usually had to renounce the throne later on in life. But now this idea that anything dharmic is almost communal, and we have to discriminate between what might be a religious belief and might be a practice like ahimsa or satyagraha, or even a lot of yoga and meditation practices. You can't claim that because they have connections with spiritual religious traditions that you can't allow them in the school.
We as Aam Admi Party came with, this kind of insistence for satyagraha,
Yes.
righteousness, because
Yes.
like after 65 years of independence, when there's so much of corruption, scams were going on, we took a stand as Aam Admi Party that, we will bring we will do honest politics, we will do clean money politics.
Yes.
We will bring Vyavastha Parivartan, we will bring the overhaul in the system.
Yes.
So Satyagraha used to be a powerful tool for us, like Annaji insisted.
Yes.
His Ramlila Maidan Anshan was kind of Satyagraha, that either you do this or I will sit on the fast and to death.
Yes.
How come this party who came with this kind of, righteousness has deviated from its, from idealism?
Well, first of all, Anna Hazare was basically taking a kind of Gandhian model in his approach and trying to invoke a somewhat similar idealism. It is, of course, some years later. I believe he was also inspired by Swami Vivekananda. And so that was there, but it was there in a different political era where you also had various mixed influences among the people in this movement.
So what's your comment upon Aam Admi Party still championing that we are very transparent in political funding, yet it has removed the donors list from its website?
Yes.
So how do you comment upon this dichotomy?
Well, it's not a dichotomy, it's a hypocrisy. You can on one hand say that you're transparent and then the other part you close the doors.